come around? When will you come around? When will you come around? It's unforgiving love. When will you come around? When will you come around? When will you come around? It's unforgiving love.
And first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You gonna continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else. So be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, my voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So before we get started, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, likes, shares, subscribes, gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you because I don't always get the pause in the middle of the message and what I'm relaying to acknowledge you. But best believe when I post it on the YouTube, I definitely will, all right? So thank you. So chosen ones, we're going to have to get started. There's a few warnings that you have to have, but we're going to start off with this, right? Chosen ones, you have always been the individual who have taken the higher road. You're the person that, again, was obedient. You listened when God was guiding you, and you followed through with the instructions that you were told, right? So there's certain individuals that you were connected to. These are individuals that cheated on you, beat on you, lied on you, deceived you, tried to sacrifice you, so on and so forth, right? When you was with these individuals, God showed you signs and synchronicities time after time that this is the person that you wasn't supposed to be with. So it may have started off from the beginning, but you wasn't seeing it, correct? So when you first met them, they wasn't responding to you. They wasn't communicating with you. They wasn't showing love to you, but you was full of potential, or you was looking at the potential that they possibly had. You seen what they could be if they stepped up and played a position in a sense, correct? So you sat there and gave them the benefit of the doubt. Because again, you're somebody that's always sitting there investing in fixer-uppers, people that you have to assist and help them out. So chosen ones, when you met these individuals, God showed you initially that they wasn't your people. So whether or not it's when you met this friend, she was side-eyeing you or being disrespectful in a sense, whether or not you met this partner, and again, you knew from the beginning that certain things wasn't going to work, but you was focus, right? You thought that that was your end all be all, or you was hoping so. So therefore, again, you gave into these individuals. You invested in some fixer-uppers instead of somebody that was move-in ready. But we gonna get back to that. See, I have to bring this up, chosen ones, because right now I want you to realize that there's certain people that you was connected to that are currently going through certain consequences. See, when they was with you, they took advantage of you. When they was with you, they try to mentally manipulate you. When they was with you, they try to suppress you. They try to depress you. They tried to keep certain finances from coming through. These people, again, planted certain seeds of doubt within you, right? So that's why they currently losing. See, I have to bring this up because even when you disconnected from these individuals, God gave you the first dibs to do so. So whether or not that's an actual partnership that you was connected with romantically, whether or not that was a friendship that they really was a enemy, whether or not that was a certain job position that was looking over you, taking advantage of you, and God wanted you to apply to a different position that would appreciate and reciprocate certain energy back to you. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, that you've had those warnings. God gave you the first choice. See, your intuition, you allow the devil to manipulate you and persuade you not to go based upon that, the first instinct in a sense. Now, what do I mean? See, you have to realize that these demons don't have the same things, the same tools that you do, chosen one. God gave you that intuition. God gave you that discernment to see what these individuals intended to do before they had an opportunity to do it. So that time that you thought that your partner was cheating, God intuitively told you that that they was deceiving you. God told you that intuitively that they was out here entertaining other individuals. But because you physically didn't see it, and because other people persuade you not to believe it, you sat there and allowed that person to deceive you. And later down the road, that physical proof came forward towards you. And by then you had already experienced that heartache. See, had you listened when God told you first, you understand, the first time, you wouldn't have went through the experiences that you went through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. If God told you that that individual wasn't for you, you should have believed it. But again, you so quick to fix up certain things. Anywhere that you see is broken, anything that you see needs attention, you so quick to go and devote yourself to them. But you got to be cautious of what you sowing into, chosen ones. If God's not giving you the go ahead to help that individual, or if he does, he's going to tell you a certain amount of time before you have to walk away from them. But you get that option. So again, when you started to realize that that partner seemed a little toxic, when you felt like you was playing a parental figure to your partner, when you felt like you was putting them up in a position or on that pedestal, but they wasn't reciprocating that same energy to you, when you realized that the things that you wanted in your future didn't reflect the person that you was with, when you realize that there's certain things that you were requiring as well as requesting, and this person didn't have it instilled in them. So when you started to see that, chosen ones, it was up for you to walk away from them. But there's some of you that didn't. See, either you had an extended period of time with them, some of you was scared of being by yourself in a sense, some of you didn't want to let that individual go because you felt the other person that they was with was winning. See, you played yourself, chosen ones. So I want you to realize that these individuals, again, who put you in that position, God gave you the first dibs to walk away from them, but you chose not to. So God is going to present them the same opportunity as you, right? So when you sat there and had the option to walk away, God said, listen, do you want your abundance, or do you want to still have this money held back? Because they didn't get put in your hand based upon the person that you was connected with. They are too needy. And every time they get you give to them, they go give to another individual and only come back to you with their hands out, right? So God was like, nah, I'm limiting your finances till you get so-and-so around you. I'm limiting your finances right now because every time you get money, you go and sow that seed into these individuals. See, chosen ones, you got to be cautious because whoever you sow that seed into, and you out here sowing seeds into so individuals, that's what you sowing yourself towards you as well, right? That so energy, that so cycle that you feel overwhelmed, right? So I want you to think of everybody that you give your attention to, whether or not that's you entertaining them, speaking to them, conversations, text calls, whether or not you chilling with them, whether or not you sexually involved with them. Who are you sowing into? Is that person a liar, deceiver, manipulator? This person, again, could have a good heart, but that's not the position that they play in. See, you see for who they are supposed to be. But sometimes you have to realize that you have to see 3D too on who they are showing you that they are, right? Who they choose to be. So just because we can see through on a soul level and we see that you really a genuine person, that you really not a liar, a cheater, but that's just the puzzle pieces that you was given. That's the way that you was raised, so on and so forth, right? We see you for who you truly are, so we invest in you. We, again, see that you need love. Well, we got that. Oh, you need a little bit of attention? We'll give you that. Oh, you need a little bit of encouragement? We'll provide that. See, sometimes, chosen ones, you're condoning bad behavior. Because, again, just because you can see through to the things that they need, sometimes you take from you to fill in these individuals when really you could fulfill you, fill you, so that you attract that type of individual that ain't going to take from you. You understand me? Somebody that you got your cup full. That means your mind, body, and soul is aligned. You can provide for yourself. You positive. You align with God. You on your purpose. You play in that position. You optimistic about your future and true connections. You are not allowing what you went through to dictate where you're going to. You removed all those blockages that came in the form of these toxic individuals. You sat there and did that work. You understand? So you had to realize that you deserve to have somebody that's move-in ready. That means not no fixer-upper. That place where you bought that, it was for cheap. You gave them a little attention, now they want to have a title with you. You gave them a little bit of attention, this, so on and so forth, right? Or some of you was the individual that these people gave the bare minimum to, and you ran with it. You didn't realize that you had an opportunity behind another door that had certain advancement that came with it. You understand? But you sat there and settled. So you have to realize when you keep settling for these so-so individuals, these people who have no sense of direction, they don't know where they're going to, and you are not going to be able to allow yourself to relax and be calm because you got to lead these individuals because they don't know where they're going to. That you have to constantly persuade them to stay away from toxic individuals that jeopardize you. You sit there. No, your partner is not your job. Your partner is not your assignment pertaining to you constantly having to pull them up. Nah, your partner is going to be a reflection of you. Yes, of course, you two can assist each other, but assist each other. That means they doing something as well. Not you just pouring into that person and then they leaving you dry where theirs is overwhelmed. No, we're not doing that. So who do you have around you? And I have to say this because I have to remind you, when you left certain connections, friendships, job positions, whatever the case may be, you left elegantly. You left with your head up. You could have been upset. You could have been depressed, but you was like focused. You like, okay, well, this is what it is. Because again, some people that you was connected to, God had another person cross paths with you and showed you that this person is this path and this person that you with is going to continue to hold you back. You had an opportunity between two people or multiple people and you chose to stay connected to the past person, feeling like you had loyalty to them and they ain't have no loyalty with you, because as soon as they get the opportunity to have somebody cross their paths and they feel like they get to escape you, they're going to go with that individual. And now your face is all cracked up with the Roscoe nose crying and shit, talking about how they chose another person over you and how that's something that you never would have did. See, that was the issue there. When God told you that you could either stay with this person that was suppressing you, depressing you, abusing you, using you, avoiding you, neglecting, whatever the case may be. God told you could still stay with this person, or you could sit there and make a risk where you put up everything that you have and bet on this. See, God told you that behind this door there's greatness, but you doubted it. You thought that you had something great. See, what do I mean? Think about those shows, in a sense, chosen ones, right? So you know those shows where I forget the name, so fill it in as it goes, right? But behind this curtain, you could win this. Behind this curtain, you can win. So it's 3 curtains, correct? See, you sat there and got your name called up. So you got a prize in a sense. See, that prize, you could have got a new bike. That's cool, because you may not have had a bike when you came here, or your bike could have been old, but that's something that you could get on your own, right? So yes, you're grateful because you got this gift, but then all of a sudden you get an opportunity to put that up for something greater, in a sense. So God said, listen, I'm going to tell you right here. Door number 2, you got ample opportunity to get everything that you ever wanted. All your dreams come true. Door number 1, it comes with something. Door number 3 too, but let's focus on door number 2. God's like, listen, you're going to have to give up that bike. You're going to have to give up that vacation that they showing you in curtain number 1. You're going to have to give up as far as all those appliances or clothes or vacations that were placed in door number 3. But make a risk on door number 2 when I got something slick for you. See, some of y'all didn't listen when God asked you to do it. See, God said, listen, I know that you love that person. I know that you feel like this person or you got a good personality match, but you also know that there's areas that really don't align with them. You know that they don't want children. You want children. You know that this person is going to keep you restricted. They so serious. You somebody that likes to laugh and have a good time. See, with that person, you felt like you couldn't think for yourself, but with this person, you two got aligned minds. See, this person, you can still feel free, but also connected to them as well. See, this person ain't going to cheat on you. This person ain't going to make you feel overwhelmed. This person is going to accept your kids like they're theirs, protect them, provide for you. That person, they cool too, but you only got a couple of similarities, right? See, chosen ones, you sat there and God is telling you to get out of that relationship, get out of that job, get out of that way of thinking, take that risk. He's telling you that door number 2, put everything on it, but you scared. Whole time, God has a clear view. He's telling you, listen, now I line everything up for you. This was me doing something slick to align this position, this opportunity that's getting presented. Nah, yes, I understand you grateful for that small gift that I provided you, but that small gift was just an investment to this big thing that you about to get. So again, that person that you was with, they could be cool, but if they not for you, they not for you. That job that you could be with, okay, that's cool. They nice, or you get paid good, but that job doesn't bring bring you peace or prosperity. That doesn't align with your schedule pertaining to your children or your family or certain things that you want to be, right? So God is telling you, yeah, that's cool what you got. But this is the season where you can have whatever you want. I understand you used to go into the store straight to the dollar section because you trying to be considerate because you ain't had those finances. God said, look around. What do you want? You can have that. You want somebody who loves you, protects you, respects you, aligns with you. You want that, then so be that. You understand? But this is not the time for you to, oh, well, I'm trying to consider this or I'm trying to consider their feelings. Nah. God's telling you, what do you want? He got them. Don't worry about that. So if he's telling you to walk away from a person and invest in somebody else that you see aligns with all the prayers that you was praying, God, that this other person would turn into, who this other person will mold themselves into, who this other person will grow into, God has somebody that's already properly prepared. And when they seen you, they realized that you was somebody that they was willing to take that risk. They wasn't going to take chances for anybody else to play that position. They seen your worth, chosen ones. There's some people you was connected with that didn't. Now, what do I mean? See, you was that collector item. These people wanted to play at that time. So that young-minded child who say they parents or they people gave them a collector dime, told them, nah, you can't play with this. In due time, it's going to have certain abundance that's attached to it, right? See, at that point in time, they was young-minded. They was mad. They ain't care about no money or getting certain things that was going to align with them ahead. They was just ready for that right now moment. They just wanted to have fun. So the fact that they couldn't, they wanted to throw that toy away. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it. See, some of y'all was that collector's item. These individuals crossed paths with you, didn't even realize what they was looking at. See, they felt like because they couldn't play with you like they would other individuals, whether or not that was mentally, spiritually, energetically, sexually, whatever the case may be, God wasn't allowing them to play you like that. So they felt a certain type of way, right? Say they sat there and sat you to the side. They went to somebody else, some other toys that they could play with, right? See, they sat there and knew that you had certain worth to you. So not everybody could touch you. You wasn't easily accessible. See, you wasn't always able to jump out there and pop out just to show that you with them, just to show certain things off in a sense. Nah, you was ducked off. You was a collector's item. See, some of them starting to see that shit. See, they was young-minded when they aligned with you, chosen ones. So they didn't see your worth. They didn't realize in due time that you was the value item. See, then they met you, you ain't had certain finances. When they met you, you ain't had certain cars. You ain't had certain clothes. You ain't had certain opportunities that they had. They just seen you sitting still. You was sitting your ass at home. You was sitting at the job. You was sitting alone. You was doing whatever the case may be, but you was a collector item. You was sitting high. You was sitting pretty, but they ain't care about that, right? See, chosen ones, right now, they starting to realize your worth. See, there's another person, as that person didn't see your worth, didn't see you as a collectible, wasn't willing to wait that and ride that wave with you, wasn't willing to jump on your movement way before it was moving because God told them that he had something slick in store for you. They ain't want to believe that because they ain't see that, right? So all of a sudden now, your business is going to start booming as soon as you disconnect from these people that God told you to cut out. See, as soon as you stop trying to prove certain things to them and prove God right instead, see, the fact that you align in your purpose and every opportunity that comes to you, you thinking positive, that every situation that you encounter, you not thinking that was the devil trying to play no shit. Nah, the whole time you have to realize the devil has no moves. This is God making certain moves for you. So even when it doesn't happen how you want it, that's God making a way for you. See, your plan B, C, D, E has always been God's plan A. And you starting to see that, but we're going to have to get back to it. See, there's certain individuals that didn't see your worth certain days, right? See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that there's other individuals that they've been studying what you are. What do I mean? See, they know that you a collector item. So say this is somebody that collects cars. They already knew what type of car you was when they seen you. They already knew certain key elements about you. This is something that they couldn't wait to cross paths. They knew that you were valuable. See, there's certain people right now that's praying to cross paths with people like you. There's somebody right now that's praying for a great mother, a great father, somebody that's attentive, somebody that's respected, somebody that, again, has morals to them, has ambition, somebody that's going to be there for them, but also be there for themselves, somebody that got a close connection with God. So therefore, they allowing God to guide them to them, so on and so forth. People authentically being themselves. See, chosen one. There's somebody right now that's praying for you. And you gotta be, all you have to do is be authentically you so that you can send that light like Batman in a sense and they can see exactly where to move to. See, you just gotta be you. There's somebody right now that when they cross paths with you, they know that you will collect the item. They know your worth. So therefore, they not even going to take the risk for something to come in and damage it. They going to protect it automatically. You understand? There's certain people that, again, chosen ones, that are going to know your worth. So don't settle for these people telling you to unwrap yourself, have yourself all out there, show certain. You don't got to show your ass off for you to have some ass, chosen ones. These individuals don't need to know what your body looks like because they're not going to be able to grab it, chosen ones. Chosen ones, these shorties don't need to know what you carrying between your legs, sir. You understand? Because they don't need to have access to it because they're going to take you through a dirty-ass, dingy-ass, dark-ass voyage. You understand? I tell you that your body is your portal, so even that conversation with that person can take you somewhere else. Think about that. Everybody that you connect to, so that's why you got to pay attention who you sewing into, because whoever you're entertaining, whether or not you looking on their page, you listening to their music, you listening to this, you talking to this, they transfer their energy on you. So think about how many times you said that you feel sorry for so-and-so. You really start feeling sorry, or you feel so upset for so-and-so, you transfer that energy. That's why you feeling a hot ass mess, because you put yourself in a position. So they sat there and swapped energy with you. Think about those conversations that you have. They call you up, they talking about all their problems. When you first started on the phone, you had all this energy. So you sat there and voluntarily listened to them. At the end of the conversation, they feeling better. Now you got a headache based upon the things that you was listening to. Now your car start messing up. Now you got a headache. Now this is happening, and that's the same thing that they described. They transfer that energy upon you. So be cautious of who you absorbing, chosen ones. Be very cautious of who you are entertaining, chosen ones. If every time you have a conversation with them, they gossiping, they worried about everybody else's business, they talking about this bad shit, this sad shit, get away from them. Because they are the courier. You know how some people, it's like, yo, how come this person stay stick, this person stay stick, and you are the common denominator in this mother? It's they asses that's carrying it. So be very cautious, chosen ones, again, of who you connected to. But let's stay on this, right? You are what you attract. So there's some of you that are entertaining the idea of reaching out to certain past individuals. You feel like you're in a season where you're forgiven. You also took accountability for things and actions that you did. Certain things are coming clear, but chosen ones, let you not forget. God removed you from those individuals for a reason. He sat there, and again, just because you left that job, person, friendship on higher grounds, or you called yourself being a bigger person and you wasn't talking negative about them, you just accepted that y'all no longer was together. You accepted that they wasn't for you. You sat there and again didn't wish nothing but well for that individual. You wished them the life that they deserve, right? So there's some of you right now that's considering reaching out to certain people that you were connected to. See, make sure that that's God guiding you. Because there's some of you chosen ones that are thinking about how you grew, or you're going back memory lane. Certain things are triggering you, whether or not that's a show that you saw, a song that you heard. It made you think about that person. It triggered a thought about them. See, when you triggered your thoughts because you went out on higher ground, because you ended that relationship not wishing bad or negative towards them, not hating them, none of that. Even if you were upset about what they did, you hated what they did, or hate what they did, but you didn't hate that individual, right? See, there's some of you that'll start remembering that person and thinking positive. You'll start thinking about how things that they did or memories that you had with them, that's because you wasn't focused on certain negatives. But do not allow that little trigger down memory lane to make you forget about the reason why you wasn't connected with them in the first place. So there's some of you that's taking accountability, knowing that you haven't always been the most lovey-dovey type of individual. And yes, there may have been a person that you were connected to that were lovey-dovey towards you, but you didn't feel that connect with them and you didn't show them that, right? You may feel bad. You may want to reach out to them, apologize if you had placed them in a certain cycle in a sense, because how you interacted with them could have made them never want to love again, never want to try again, whatever the case may be. But there's also things that you ain't know about that person that God at that time didn't allow you to see clearly. See, although chosen ones, you may not have receive their love like they wanted, or you may not have been so loving. You have to realize if that was the person that you were supposed to align with, you would have felt that spark, correct? See, not only that, chosen ones, you have to forget that, remember that there's certain people that did some so shit, correct? So they could have sat there and cheated on you, deceived you, entertained multiple individuals, lied to you, didn't tell you certain 100% truths, and you just feeling bad about the fact that you wasn't this way towards them when you felt like they needed. Let's not forget what they did. Thank you so much, babies. Let you not forget, because God had you be able to disconnect that cycle. Do not start reopening shit. Do not, if you know that this person was obsessive with you, abusive towards you, disrespectful towards you, was immature why would you reach back out to them to pick that scab, and now they're gonna have to re-heal again? Or pick that scab, now they're gonna come to you for you to heal them up, or play that band-aid in a sense, or God's gonna ask you, but why would you even wake that beast up? Leave that beast alone. You understand? So, chosen ones, it's okay if God aligns you to reach out to individuals, apologize for the position that you played for them. Do that. But that's it. It's not none of that. No. Unless this was somebody that you had a false start with, and I could confirm that for you. Book a reading, coaching session, I got you, I promise you. But some of you had a false start with an individual. You crossed paths with them, but you wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. You had other things that you had to focus on. They did too. So now y'all will get an opportunity. That'll get presented again, right? But chosen ones, you have to realize and remember what side that you're on, right? Because again, you had to make sure that you are not accepting certain karma and consequences that don't belong to you. You hear me? So if God is telling you that love is arriving, regardless if that's that person from your past or that person that you had a false start with, you're about to be married. Like, a lot of you had to realize that y'all are about to be married. And you may say, man, you don't even got no partner right now. I promise you. That's why it's slowly but surely taking off. God is aligning this, that as soon as you get with your person, you may feel like it's starting off slow, but then it's going to have a rush like towards it. You understand? So you all of a sudden go from single. Now you getting out of the house. You starting to be seen again. You starting to step into your soft girl ever without having to have a masculine guide you in that direction. You on your divine masculine tip without having to play that position for a feminine. You playing that position for you first. See, you are attracted like minds. See, not only that, chosen ones, you have to realize that God gave you certain pieces of the puzzle so you could be able to build a picture for you. That other person, he did the same thing. So when y'all come together, y'all going to see an even bigger view. See, some of y'all going to have the biggest breakthroughs when you're with this individual. You're going to know that this person authentically loves you, wants to invest in you, mind, body, and soul, financially as well. They want to protect you. They good for your mental, your physical health. They all of that, right? God's going to align you with them first before you had that takeoff. Or y'all gonna be taking off together. I'm trying to tell you. Because you want to know who's genuinely for you. You want to know who sees the gold in you way before finances come through. You want to see the person that accepts you for you way before other individuals acknowledge you. You want to see who's willing to jump on that movement way before it start moving. See, chosen ones. Y'all out here feel like you're going to get this first. Nah, at least have your foundation set up. You don't got to have all the bricks ready yet to build. You ain't got to have, but is your foundation already cleared off? What does that mean? Have you already disconnected from no pessimistic ways of thinking? Have you started to build your confidence within you? Have you trusted your intuition? Are you in tune with God? All right. Are you applying yourself? Do you believe that you are divinely getting aligned? Has every situation that comes to you, you find a positive out of it, that you giving your trust to God? See, are you no longer worrying? Because if you worry, you're going to end up sinking. Now, what do I mean? Think about when somebody's in a pool or they feel like they can't swim that good, right? If you start flailing and flocking and yelling and all that shit, you start to lose your breath and you start to sink down a little bit. See, when you start to be calm, you start to float, right? Oh, all right, cool. See, again, if a bee's around you and you start flailing, most likely it's going to make them mad and you're going to get stung, correct? But if you calm, paying attention, slowly but surely you get out of that situation. They'll go about their business, right? So calm down. It's not for you to know. God wants to see, are you going to be loyal to him? Are you going to trust that he got you, that he's guiding you? Are you out here cussing at everything that don't go through like you wanted to, and had it did, look at where you would have been. Think about old so-and-so that you wanted a baby with so bad. You was trying to conceive with they ass, and now you looking back like, they are a real monster. They negative. They had some demons. They couldn't be this. You would have sat there and raised your children by yourself. Think about that. Every time something didn't happen or go your way, it end up going your way because it didn't go that way. You understand? So really trust the process. You stressing about how certain bills is going to get paid. Apply to something. Apply. Do what you can and know that God is going to match the rest, chosen one. So that's almost like this is your vehicle. God is riding with you. He going to give you gas. He going to fill the tank. It's reciprocation. All you got to do is believe it, speak it. That's it. So stop tripping. Oh, well, you don't know what you're going to do without that individual. Bloom, grow. They've been blocking you. They've been blocking your light. Think about a plant that can't get to that sunlight, chosen. When it starts to wilt, it starts to get old, it starts to die. That's it. Certain people energetically been blocking you the whole time. No, remove yourself. Step your ass to the side away from them. Allow that sun to come in. That's photosynthesis. See, now that's feeding that soul. Now you good. You understand me? But be positive. If something doesn't work out, you say, okay, God, I know that something's working together. That you're working with everything around me to get it together. So think about that. That money didn't come through when you thought it was. What would you have done with that money? You would have did some basic stuff. Then all of a sudden, the idea crossed your path. Those days that you was waiting for those finances to come in. Now this opportunity presents itself for you go on a certain trip that you wouldn't have been able to take had you spent those finances. Or there's an opportunity that comes where this is for the low that you usually see worth so much more. Now God has it on sale for you. Now you can invest in that, but you wouldn't have been able to had you spend those funds back there. See? Some of you are not realizing that God is blessing you, but through other individuals too. You want to be the center of attention. Sometimes God will have you be laid back and play the position. You so used to having to provide for everybody around you that because you don't feel like you have enough finances coming through, you start to panic. You feel lesser. Nah, baby. God told you that your life's about to be easier. So what if you having hours cut back means you couldn't work as hard, right? So that means you had to sit back and chill. That means you had to relax, right? So therefore, now your dreams are still getting fulfilled, but God is fulfilling your dreams through somebody else. You could have been chilling back, laying back. You understand? See, you wouldn't have had that headache had you listened when God told your ass to take off and do something for you. You said you ain't had time to, so God made it for you. See, stop playing with him. He is not one of your little friends. You understand? When he tell you to do something, your ass better do it. Or you going to end up doing it anyway. I promise you. You understand? So make sure that that job, God told you that job wasn't for you. You was complacent. Oh, how you talking about how you can't quit the job because how you gonna pay your bills? Now your ass got fired. How you paying your bills now? You gotta go apply to some shit, right? Now you gotta go find another job. See, God already told you why that job was still with you to start applying to certain positions so you ain't have to go through that nervous little situation, but your ass ain't listen. So now guess what? You got that shoulder tap, Mrs. Jones, let's go. Now you getting escorted off the premises. Now your little badge is deactivated. You understand? Now you getting walked out like you done stole some shit. Oh, because you ain't listening when God told you. Soon as you sat there and talked about how you ain't feel like going to work that day. All of a sudden you got that call to turn your ass around. There ain't no more work for you. The assignment is done. And how they just gonna tell me? Well, didn't you just say your ass didn't want to work today? Surprise. Dreams come true. Surprise. God was listening. Little did you know at that point in time, your ass wasn't going into the job in the first place. You had already been fired, Craig, on your day off. On your day off. You out here talking about, what? You crying. God already told you that person wasn't for you. Had somebody else that was your type approach you. You sat there and said, no, you had somebody. You stayed below, can't get right, huh? Okay. Well, now can't get right left you. Now your face is all screwed up talking about you upset. You was his lover and his secretary. Talking about working every day of the week. Oh, well, guess what? Nobody told you to do that for a little kid get right. You should have knew that. You should have knew. You should have knew. Out here crying with the ugly face. You crying for what? Little eye room, a little troll ass motherfucker. Because I'm sorry. Now listen, everybody got a type, but I'm sorry. You can notice that karmics all got one look. They look like them little damn Furbies. They look like them little gremlins off the movies. You could tell a karmic by the way they look like. You look like you kin of them motherfuckers over there. You look like you got a hint of troll in you. I don't know. And when you start to look at them long enough and they start to morph a little bit, like you might be a little ugly. Oh my. You was punk. You was punk. You looking around for Ashton and shit like you was punk. Had you sat down and really looked at him, now you like, damn, you morphing into, oh my, Oh, but that's the little one that she was praying to have that baby with, huh? Now you praying over your stomach. Oh, please, God, please just let the baby have the best qualities. Please. You praying. You was praying for that little, huh? I'm just trying to say. You was out here. Now you talking about shorties, all these bald-headed names. You knew that she was bald under the bundles anyway. But she was cute when she had that little Rapunzel track on. Now you out here trying to snatch a little wig off. Now you trying to pull cards. But you knew she had a few strands under that shit when you was with her. Now you calling her bald-head names. Well, why is that, sir? Why are you mad? You calling her Little Bill. You calling her dirty tennis ball head. Why is that? Because you surely was on your Jay Holiday running fingers through the hair or running it through at least the scalp. You understand? But now she's bald head names. Where was that? Huh? Now all of a sudden you talking about her little cat stinks. Had a little hiss to it. But you was the main one fighting and ready to go to war about it. So you must have liked the trout. I'm just trying to say. You understand? You should have knew when you kept feeding her crab trays that something, what they say you are, what you eat. I'm just trying to say she got a crab and some oysters in her damn stomach every day of the week. Now she stink. Well, you knew. That's why when her tooth came, you should have put that damn boric acid under her pillow. Surprise, you should have wrapped up as a gift. I'm just saying, throw a little hints there. You mad every time she want to flop her ass on the pillow next to you or flop her ass on the couch to you. You keep getting punched with tuna fish. You knew what it was. Now you don't like her. Now you gagging and shit. When she was missing her keys, you should have had her find it with that boric acid. I'm just trying to say, babe, something not right. I don't think that shit cat's supposed to have a kick like that. I'm just trying to say. Sir, I'm just trying to say you need to get in the creases. Where you taught, you might have not lifted something how it needed to be. Because it should not smell like a newborn sour neck around this motherfucker. Something's not right, sir. You keep wanting to just post your pipe and pass it all around. Well, something's not right. Lift that neck up like you do that infant child. You just out here with a sour neck. Just a sour package. Just pill. And wonder why. Let me stop. Because you know what? I got a sick. I'm trying to tell you. My stomach. I start gagging in a second. Like, thinking about it. But no. Don't let these people. Again, you like what you like. You fully inspect the person that you with. If you out here fighting for a little can't get right that was laid up in your bed the whole week, ain't washed his ass, his rag is still on arthritis, I'm not playing with you. Stop that. You fighting for a little Funk Master Flex. You fighting for him. And you had a towel, a rag, soap, drawers, all of that ready for him. He talking about now he's good. No, you're not. Talking about you ain't go nowhere, so you ain't putting no water on the air. Something ain't added up. 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2 is 4. Then the soap and water is for you. You done walk to the refrigerator back and forth. You done switch the little tight-ass jeans, sir. Up and down the hallway. Keep running around to your friends. I'm just trying to say. It's been 3 days, and you fighting for Ray Ray's little... Ray needs to rinse his shit off. Talking about he put that shit on. No, the shit is in what you put on. It's you, motherfucker. I'm just trying to say you should not be past your 20s, 30s, and you still, talking about what you need to, I ain't even go nowhere. You sweat, ew. Funky. What? If you ain't at least washing that ass, what? How you wash your ass before you go outside, and when you come back in, you got all the outside on you. Ew. I'm just trying to say, you, pill. Chosen ones, don't you do it. If they soul ain't right, that's like them not washing their ass correctly. Have you healed? That means, did you get that soap and water? Did you use a rag? Did you? Oh, why? Did you cut off your exes? That means, did you cut that water on? Or did you just, and step in? Or was you just running that shit? Let me know. Oh, why? Did you put the soap on the rag and get that little bubble going a little bit? Did you? All right, that means they cut off their ex. They not connected to them. Okay, you did your work. You washed that ass a little bit. But these people who ain't healed their childhood traumas, ain't moved from their ex, they ain't sitting out the pessimistic mentality, they still negative. That's that people that got a little funk on them. And if you walking with them, people gonna think your ass is funky too. That means karma and consequences is all in the air. Things is happening. And people gonna think that you the reason why you attracting the shit. No, it's Funk Master Flex that's with you attracting those flies. They ain't washed their ass. They didn't divinely align. They didn't get in those creases. They the type to step out the shower, stand out the shower, just got the water running. Well, if you gonna do all that, step your ass in. I'm just trying to say. Pill. Ew. Talking about, did you wash? I know you didn't. Because I can see the soap is still there and the rag is still rough. It's not. You got to hurry up and put a little pin mark on his shoulder so he don't see. You shouldn't have to do all that. You sitting there acting like you laying across her lap, put a marker, check on her leg just to see if she's attending to that area. I'm not doing that. Pill. I'm not doing that. Little yuck mouth. I'm not doing that. So, chosen ones, you just attract who you are. You understand? So, if your scalp is sour, then most likely you're going to attract a dude who his do-rag is sour too. I'm just trying to say. If those braids and bundles been in for a few months, then you gonna attract the motherfucker with the Meek Millies. Shit, I liked them back in the day, so shit, you know what I'm saying? You are what you attract. I'm just saying. So, do what you, but attract somebody, sign the lease with somebody who's actually paying some shit. That's what I'm saying. Y'all energetically connecting to people who can't mentally do none of that. At all. They can't mentally do no shit for you, physically, energetically, spiritually, nothing. They just out here. So, do what you do, but make the right decision. But chosen ones, this your seasons, baby. And let me tell you this. When y'all get married, invite me. I'll bring a gift. Shit, I'm trying to go to weddings all 2024. Now, if you want me to speak, I'll speak. And I'll make sure that I don't cuss. I'll make sure, because if Miss Margaret might get upset, I might gotta have a message for her ass too. Matter of fact, Miss Margaret, I know we hear about them, but I needed to say something to your ass too. It's like, nah, but for real, chosen ones, let me see when y'all celebrate. Let me see y'all boo. And Valentine's Day is coming up. So what does that mean? You better buy your ass something. Some chocolates right now. Get some stuff for your feet. Get some for that. Some smell good, some lotion. Do something for you. When we see these little couples posting, we posting our things for ourselves too. This year I bought these flowers, but next year my boo is. Because we about to be aligned. I'm trying to tell you, baby. It's our season. Choose who you want, who you see yourself building with. It's our season. So, baby, when y'all see me pop out, because you know it's going to be my man, my man, my man. But I'm going to have him show a little hint of him in every picture. I'm trying to tell you. I told y'all when he's arrived, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know the voice might get a little lighter. It's like, you know what I'm saying? My masculine, he gotta accept me. Accept me with a DMX. He gotta accept me that before 8 a.m. and after 8 p.m. we sound damn near twins. I'm just talking about, oh, put so-and-so. This is her. Talking about, sir, can you put shit? This is me. Surprise. You gotta hear the Barry White, the DMX, that we gonna sound like twins. Yes, we are. What are you talking about? You gonna get that? Yeah. You are. Just trying to say. But chosen ones, love you so much. Y'all continue to be great. Listen, I'm going to post this on YouTube. I appreciate you all. I ask you to come through, share it to somebody that you feel needs to hear the message. You save it, like it. You want to say comment if you want to. I appreciate you, all right? Also, chosen ones, I do have some coaching sessions. I did add some more times for you. So the link's in my bio. Remember the coaching sessions, you come to me, baby, you speak freely. Any area that you want to focus on, we're going to focus on. So if you want to talk about multiple things, I got you. You understand? Ask as many questions as you want, and I'm going to allow God to allow me to guide you, right? So I got you, chosen ones. I love you so much. It's your season, babies. If you need me, you know how to reach me, all right? Be great.